talk really quickly about what's happening when we're talking about data breaches. Morgan Stanley just got a huge attack. Morgan Stanley reports data breach after vendor Accellion. So, investment banking firm Morgan Stanley has reported a data breach after attackers stole personal information belonging to its customers by hacking into a Accellion FTA server of a third-party vendor. So they encrypted files stolen together with the decryption key. So some of the things that were stolen, such as the documents stolen, were the stock plan participants' names, addresses, dates of birth, social security numbers, and corporate company names. But guess what? The company added that the files stolen did not contain passwords, information, or credentials that the threat is going to impact Morgan Stanley companies, customers' financial accounts. So at least the financial accounts are fine, but
Yeah, social security's, birthdays,
Social
personal.
Security. Let's be real. By the time we're in our 60s and we actually need Social Security, it's not even going to be a thing. So
That is extremely possible. Also, the reason they probably didn't take their passwords is because they don't really need their
They
passwords. See,
have everything else.
they're not trying. Well, this is why they're not trying to get into your account for your money. They're not trying to steal your shit. No, they're trying to make virtual identities of you, and they're trying to sell those virtual identities on the black market. The more information you have for a person, and the more duplicate copies of verification you have, it provides more authenticity to that identity, which will fetch a higher price at market. I used to have an ex who had their family knew a guy who worked at a cybersecurity company who brought over dinner and had a whole conversation with us about this and explained what he does all day and how they literally are designed to try to track these individuals and find them and stop their algorithms from running and try to find these markets and try to shut them down. So they don't need your passwords because they have enough information to put another flavoring to that virtual ID of you, which is some stock market information. You make sure they verify your address, your date of birth, copy of your social security, and makes your virtual identity that much more valuable. Someone's going to pay good money for that. They don't need your assets. They just need you.
yeah. So Morgan Stanley being a victim of this group called the Clop Gang. So they're
Clop.
I don't know where they came about that. Instead of a clap, it's a clop.
The clop.
What does it stand for? That's an acronym.
The Clop ransomware gang has also used an Accellion FTA zero-day vulnerability in December 2020 to steal data from multiple companies. So they've been around, and they're just like, hey, we're gonna even put ransomware and give us money, and then we'll give you back your data. So this time they just stole a lot of information from people, and Morgan Stanley says they're taking it seriously, but of course, what can they do once customers' social securities and date of birth and names and addresses and everything that pertains to, hey, can you identify yourself, has already been stolen. So
That's yeah, they got smacked.
they got smacked.
Clop is the extension on the file that uses AES cipher to encrypt pictures, videos, music, and database papers, etc. It is, by definition, the files they use to inject ransomware scripts into your computer running from that file, and then they encrypt all of your data. You need a decryption key to decrypt that information so you gain access to it again.
And for anybody who doesn't know what a 0-day attack is, 0 day is a number of days that the developers knew about this weakness or the vulnerability, which means they are right now trying their best to patch it to understand and come to day one of understanding where their hole is in their system. So 0 day means that they found a new exploit.
I wonder if banks could take some of that capital they have and, I don't know, spend it on a fucking cybersecurity company. I don't know. Maybe for any. How about all the companies out there with big fat balance sheets
Whoa,
or
wait,
paying
that
all
will
their
cost a
investors
lot of
some
money.
That's too much money.
For all the companies out there with big fat balance sheets, okay, why don't you spend a little more time actually securing your networks instead of paying your investors back? Okay, how about that?
That
That might be
revolutionary
it's,
idea.
It's only the little guys' accounts.
Oh,
that are,
FBI's
that are
knocking at your
making it
door.
up. Their balance sheets. So I mean, as long as the big guys' social securities don't get taken out, it's all all the middle class and lower
This is terrible.
Everyone's
Data is
gonna-
not.
Oh yeah, they'll get like Hunter Biden's email. Next thing you know, an F-35 will be dropping bombs on some country.
Data's not
Yeah.
safe.
Oh shit, we just had an operation there. We tracked the hackers, and oh, they're gone now. I don't understand why we don't just go find these people and extract them from their countries and kill them. I don't. Like I know we
'cause-
don't because it's on foreign soil and that complicates things, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody in America would protest to a little extra funding to go and kill a bunch of hackers. Jeremy, can you still hear me?
Yeah, it froze for a bit, but
Oh, he
I'm
did
back.
freeze. Yeah.
All right, I'm glad you were talking the whole time and that I was frozen. And I tried staying still the whole time. I was like,